Okay, I guess we're gonna go ahead and start.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rosalia Roger. I'm with Girl Scouts Spirit of Nebraska, Troop 20811. I'm here with my co-leader, Katrina Chambers. Katrina?
Hello, guys.
We are very happy to be asked to come and present some information along with several of our girls. Girls, if you can take the lead, I'll start with Trisha. You can introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Trisha Sherwood. I am in Troop 20811. Volume okay? Is my volume okay? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah,
Double check.
I can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I felt like I cut out for a second. Okay.
No.
Hi, my name is Trisha Sherwood. I am in Troop 20811. And I am a senior. And I am very happy to be here and talk to you guys today.
Don't come in.
Hi, Trisha.
Hello, Lana. Would you like to introduce yourself next?
Sure. I'm Lana. I'm also in Troop 20811 and a senior. So yeah, welcome. Hope you have fun.
Is it fine if I go next?
Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Michaela Roger. I am Rosalia Rogers' daughter. And yes, I'm also in Troop 20811. And yeah, welcome. You guys are going to have a great time.
Kylie?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm Kylie, I'm 15, I'm also a senior, and I am also a part of Troop 20811.
And of course, last but not least, we have Talia. Talia, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, I'm Talia. I'm a senior. I'm from your troop. I'm very fun.
That's very true. That's very true. We're gonna go ahead and just start with a traditional Girl Scout, the Girl Scout Promise and Girl Scout Law. I'm gonna go ahead and just share my screen. And whoever can begin.
Okay, I said I will.
Yep, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the promise, everybody repeat after me. On my honor, I will try
to serve God and my
country to help people at all times
And to live
by the Girl Scout law.
Good job, everybody. Lana, take it away.
Okay. I will do my best.
My best to
Be honest and fair,
Friendly
and
helpful,
considerate
and courageous, and strong, and responsible for what I say and do.
Respect
To
myself and
respect
others.
myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout.
Yep, I know.
There we go. I got it.
Nailed it. That was real good.
That was real good, you guys. For this session, I'm going to ask that all participants, if they can mute themselves, so it's easier, so we're not hearing back noise. And then also the girls, when they're speaking, that they could go ahead and unmute themselves. So this will only hear the panel. We will answer questions at the end, so please definitely write down your questions. We really do hope that you enjoy the information that is presented for this part of moving on, bridging from cadet to seniors. These girls have done various different things, so that's one reason why we're very happy to be selected. I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna start with the first question. I think, Michaela, why don't you just pretty much state the question, and then whoever is going to say it, you can go ahead and present your response, okay? I'll go ahead and mute myself now.
Thank you very much, Mom. Okay, so first we're going to start off with a really common question. Share your most memorable GS senior moment. And we're going to start off with Trisha. What is your most memorable GS senior moment?
Well, the first one that came to mind was actually bridging to be a senior. So this summer, all of us went to Savannah, Georgia, and when we bridged over about a 2-mile long bridge with, I don't know how many other people, but there probably at least 1,000 other people crossing the bridge with us. It was really, really cool. Very specific that I remember, we were singing Queen as we were crossing, and during that time I saw the ocean for the first time. So I'd say those would be my most memorable Girl Scout moments. Would you like me to go more in depth, or is that okay?
No, that was great. That was great, Trisha. Awesome. Okay, so next up, Lana. Share your most memorable GS senior moment.
Cool. So I got the privilege to go on a Girl Scout destination to, so first I have to say I love everything about outer space. It's like one of my biggest passions to be an astronaut or work with NASA. So I got to go to Alabama for space camp destination, and the biggest thing I remember is just being so up close to the giant space shuttle they have in front of the building. So that was probably one of my favorite moments. So yeah.
Great, Trish. Great, Lana. Great. Okay, my turn. My most memorable GS senior moment, I have to actually agree with Trisha. That's actually what I wrote down. It was bridging over a 2-mile long bridge and for our own senior bridging. But other than that, I would say another really great senior moment was meeting the CEO of Girl Scouts, all of Girl Scouts of America. It was great. Next up, Talia, share your most favorite senior moment.
My most favorable Girl Scout moment is going to Europe and experiencing all of the other stuff that I have never seen in Lincoln before.
Great job, Talia. Great job. Finally, Kylie, take it away.
So probably one of my favorite senior moments was both me and Lana share the same birthday, and so for our birthdays we had like an all-nighter sort of ish thing where we went bowling and ice skating, and we ate out and we watched movies, and we delivered baby baskets to the hospital for girls born on December 20th, which is our birthday. And so that was really, really fun. And to get to spend the whole night with our troop and to celebrate our birthdays together was really fun.
Absolutely correct, Kylie. That was an awesome night. That was awesome. Okay, next question. Talk about your favorite journey and why. I'm going up first. So the only journey I have done is the So What journey. And my favorite, because it's my favorite journey, mainly it's because it's the journey that will help me move forward with my plan to complete my gold award. Next up, Kylie. You're still muted, Kylie.
Dang it. As Michaela said, the So What journey is the only journey that I've done personally, and I'm kind of on the same page as her. I'm really excited to start my Gold Award, and I needed my journey to start my Gold Award and to continue the process. But the So What journey is like, it's not just something that I was like, hey, I just need it. Like it was fun to complete, and I'm glad I did it.
Okay. Awesome explanation, Kylie. Next up, Talia.
So what was the question again? I couldn't hear you because there was rain.
Talk about your favorite senior journey and why.
My favorite senior journey would probably be completing some of my badges that I have not worked on for so long.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Next up, Lana. Take it away.
I'm currently in the process of completing the Mission Sisterhood journey, actually. So I haven't gotten too far into it yet, but we've been like talking about how we can become best friends with ourselves and how to like see ourselves not just through our appearances, but through our personality, because that's truly what matters when meeting new people and stuff. So yeah.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting, Lana. Finally, Trisha.
Again, the only journey that we've done or that I've done is the So What journey. So since so many people have already talked about it, I'm going to go into my favorite like badge like experience type thing. It's set up sort of like a journey, but that would be the cybersecurity badge that we did. For a week during the summer, we went out to like a summer camp type thing at a place where we learned how to do a lot of really cool things. For example, all of us built, if you've heard of this before, Raspberry Pis, which are essentially, well, I don't have it with me right now, but they're computers. So we learned a lot about how to create computers. We learned, it was really fun. We learned how to disassemble a computer. That was also really fun. I'm trying to remember all the things that we did. There was so much really cool stuff. But if you guys, after this whole quarantine thing is over, if you guys would like to, I'd really recommend the cybersecurity badge. It's really fun.
Thank you very much, Trisha. Yes, that cybersecurity camp was really fun. It was really fun, and I know all the other girls can agree. And thank you for the lovely comments that everybody has been posting in the comment section. So, next question is, if anyone has traveled for Girl Scouts, share where you went and the best part of traveling with Girl Scouts. Lana, you're up first.
Okay, so back to my Space Academy destination. I think I said it was in Alabama. Yeah, so we got to do a huge swap party there with everybody that got the privilege to go, and that was really fun. Got to see you got to talk to new people from all around the country and learn things and how they do things over where they are. And yeah, that was just a really awesome learning experience for me. I would recommend doing a destination if you get the privilege to.
Well spoke, Lana. Well spoken. Okay, next up, Kylie. What was your favorite Girl Scout traveling moment?
Okay, so this last summer, right after bridging from being a cadet, I went on a trip to Japan. We went to 4 different cities. We went to Osaka, Hiroshima, Tokyo, and Kyoto. and it was really, really fun. And I have some things that I wanted to show. So while we were in Osaka, we went to the Girl Scouts kind of council that they have there, and I got like a little booklet. Oh gosh, that's not showing up well. Hold on.
Make sure.
None. There we go. That works. So I have a little booklet that we got there, and I also have a patch, and then we were able to get ribbons for everybody that we went with. We went on a group tour with about 30 people, so that was really, really fun. Our entire group had t-shirts. So this was our t-shirt design for our group, and that was really fun. And then at all the shrines that they have in Japan, they have little wooden boards that you can get at every single place. So we have a whole bunch of them that we got. And then also at the shrines, you can have a little booklet stamped. So I have that. And then probably one of my favorite things about Japan is the food and the candy. They have so many different types of candy. It's insane. So here we have maybe like 2 flavors of Kit Kat, or maybe like 3. We have like white chocolate, dark chocolate, and milk chocolate. I doubt we got all of the flavors that they have, but when we went to Japan, we came back with 21 flavors of Kit Kats. So yeah, so I just have this whole bucket of Kit Kats, and in Tokyo they have, I believe it's either like the only one in Japan or like one of the only ones in the world, and it's a Kit Kat store, and they have different specialty Kit Kats that you can buy in like super cute packaging. It's literally, it's so amazing. And we got to go to so many nice restaurants and to see all the different architecture. It's amazing.
Okay, thank you very much, Kylie. Thank you very much. That was perfect. Okay, finally, same question to Trisha.
I will be talking about our trip to Savannah, Georgia, once again. I mentioned it before. I have a couple of the things that how we got there. We did a road trip. It was about, what was it? It was like
18 hours long.
It was it was like 18 to 20 hours long of a road trip. It was
more like 26 hours.
26 hours? Okay, I thought it was a little over a day. I couldn't remember the exact time. Time in the car it does stuff to you. So it was like 1,270 some miles to get to Savannah, Georgia. And we have a bunch of t-shirts that we wore throughout the course of it, which our troop leader, Miss Rosalia, made for us. So here is the one. It's kind of cutting. 1 second. I'm going to, Okay, so we have the shirt this is for the road trip itself. We wore that all the way down. We have this one. We are from Nebraska. So what this one's for. Then we have our troop shirts. And then we each had a different color. I was purple for this one. Our team name for Savannah Quest, which is why we were in Savannah, Georgia, was the Kool-Aiders, because we're from Nebraska and Kool-Aid is from Nebraska.
So if it's okay, Trisha, can each girl show their shirt and tell their flavor?
I'm sure. Does everyone have their Kool-Aider shirts?
I do. Thumbs up if you have your Kool-Aider shirts.
Lana does not have her Kool-Aider shirt, it looks like.
Okay. If I'm right, you're kiwi strawberry.
Mine.
Kiwi lime, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
think
if you
I
have your
was,
Kool-Aid shirts, unmute your mic,
yeah.
and then each at a time, we will show our shirts. So Trisha, you're up first.
I also have your group picture.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
You
was
should definitely share that picture, Miss Rosalia.
I was grape lemonade. So I was purple. Here's what the t-shirt looks like.
Turn it.
And then I was one of the ones. So on the backs of our shirts, we had it 20811, and we did it in rainbow order. So I was the last one, the final one. So that's my shirt.
Okay. I'll show my shirt next if that's okay. I was pineapple. Look, I was pineapple. I was a yellow shirt. And I was the 0. So yes, I was the 0.
Also, so each number was a number from our troop. So when we were put in rainbow order, we were also in troop number.
Yeah,
order.
it was awesome. You're gonna like Kylie's. Her flavor is fun.
So I don't have my shirt. I couldn't find it. I'm really sorry about that. But I had one of the ones, and my shirt was blue with it was kind of greenish, but mostly blue. And my flavor was shark berry fin because I love sharks.
Yep, you were. And Lana, if you can tell your flavor at the least and your shirt color.
So mine was green, a lighter green, and I believe mine was kiwi strawberry. I think that's what it was. And I was number 8, which is right in the middle. So yep.
Yeah. And then our other a fellow troop girl who is not here in this meeting at the moment. She was the 2 that starts off our troop number, and she was Cherry. She had a red shirt. And Mom, if you can screen share to show everybody our group photo.
Oh yeah, I know the name. There's official name. It's grape lemonade, but the actual name is Purple Source Rex, which is fun.
Give me just a moment. I'm pulling up all your pictures, so it's just kind of coming through.
It's fine. We have a lot of pictures. We do a lot of traveling.
We did take a lot of pictures because we weren't only there for our bridging. We actually did the Quest Fest. So for those girls who were supposed to go to Savannah this summer, my apologies. I know it's very hard, especially since you did a lot of planning and a lot of fundraising for it. But I hope you do go there. It is truly a memorable experience, not only for the girls, but for the parents that went along. I was one, Katrina was one. We also had another parent. So there's 3 adults and a total of
5 girls.
5 girls. So
8 people in one car. Can I add?
8 people in one car. It was a true experience.
It was awesome.
It was long drive. So it was it was quite fun to do this. On the way, we learned a lot about each other.
And about the car gnomes. And the car gnomes.
And we had car gnomes,
yeah,
so we got things lost. Like Lana lost 1 sando. Only 1. We don't know how it happened. She went in the car with the sando. She went out of the car without the sando. So somehow from Savannah, Georgia to Lincoln, Nebraska, we lost 1 sando. We also, as you can see, there's the numbers, how they were in order. And our team was called the Kool-Aiders because in Nebraska, that is the birthplace of Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
And there's quite a lot of pictures. If you're ever interested in knowing more, we'll be happy to share. But yes.
Well, you found Lana's sandal?
Nope.
Oh no.
The person in the chat.
Santa was lost in like
Um,
Tennessee.
Mary Kyle, you found it at Quest Fest?
I think it's long gone now.
Oh.
It was a question. Yeah, the
We
car gnomes
lost
took it.
it on the way back.
The car gnomes took it.
Yeah, we have
Car
car
gnomes.
gnomes.
Oh,
Is what
wait,
we've
wait,
decided.
wait. Can we talk about the butt nugs?
No, not right
Okay.
now. Let's go to the
No.
next question.
We'll
Okay.
talk about some off stuff at the end for the Q&A, the like random questions. Okay, so moving on. The next question is travelers. How do you earn your money to travel? What worked best? So first up, Talia, take it away.
Okay, so how I earned mine was I got a scholarship. And then I sold a lot of cookies to earn my Europe trip. At the Girl Scout office, I had to, oh, what's it called? I had to fund a lot of money to go. So what they do is they have to calculate it all and then figure out how much it would cost for me to go on the trip.
Okay, thank you very much, Talia. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Okay, so next up, Lana, how did you fundraise for your space camp?
Mine's basically like Talia's. I got scholarships. Yeah, nothing too interesting, but basically what Talia said, scholarships.
Thank you very much, Lana. So next up is me, and I'm going to be talking about how we fundraise for Savannah. So last year, 2019 cookie season was kind of intense since the main goal was going to Savannah. So we did a whole bunch of booths in the rain, in the cold, but it was worth it in the end. And of course, we also fundraised through my brother's work, Raising Canes. They let us fundraise for the money, and I think we did like 2 fundraisers with Canes, or I think it was the one. We did one fundraiser 2 days before we left. No, it was 2 days before we left. So for fundraising and for how many cookies? We had to sell a lot of cookies. A lot. That's all I'm going to have to say. I don't know exact number, but we had to sell a lot.
So I can give the numbers.
Good, please.
For the group of girls that went, there was 5 girls. As a total, they sold more than 3,100 boxes.
More than 3,100 boxes to get to Savannah.
It was a lot of work, but we found different strategies that worked really well to help us make selling more efficient and to up our sales. That's the word that I was going for.
Yeah. It's kind of hard when you're all older girls nearing high school. You don't have that cute complexion anymore.
You're not the cute factor anymore.
Nope.
You're old.
You have to use the skills. You have to bring them in. That's all I have to say about cookie selling. The fundraising, use your contacts, use people you know, use what you have, and just find a way to earn that money.
I guess a strategy that we use, I'm not sure how many other people do this, but if a person's buying 4 boxes, we ask them if they want to just pay $20 and get 5 for an even 20.
We get a lot of sales from that. Okay, so next question is, has anyone been to GS National Conference? If so, what did you like best and why? So before we get to answering this question, I have to say the girls who are going to answer it, which is me and Kylie, we did not go to national conference, but we were chosen to go for this year's Girl Scout National Convention. So, Kylie, can you explain what you were chosen for?
No, hold on, there we go. Yeah, so I was applied and selected for Global Roundtable, which is not exactly an organization, but a group that within Girl Scouts and WAGs it's a little bit hard to put together. Different councils all over the US are selected, and then from each of those councils, 2 girls and 2 adults are selected. So I was one of the 2 girls, and you're paired with another country around the world where it's the same thing. 2 girls and 2 adults are selected, and they usually have some sort of Girl Scout representative that works with them. So our council, Girl Scouts Spirit of Nebraska, was selected this year, and our country that we were selected to work with was Chad, which is in Africa. And it was really, really nice to get the opportunity. We did have some difficulties with Chad as far as getting in touch with them, but it was nice because so I take French as a high schooler, and one of Chad's main languages is French, and so it was really nice to get to work on my French with them, as well as talk to somebody else from a different country and, you know, like talk about their experiences and how it is for them in Girl Scouts. So that was really nice. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do the plans for Global Roundtable that we were going to for convention, but we were going to have either a 3 or 4 day set up before convention, I believe. The first day was going to be getting to know our girls from Chad and getting to spend time with them, and we were going to have a big dinner that night with everybody from all the councils and all the countries. And then the next day, again, it would be getting to know everybody, meeting people from all over the world, and then that night we would have kind of a world thinking day sort of thing, but with people from the actual countries, where everybody coming from outside the US would set up a booth and get to explain the different cultural aspects of their country and how Girl Scouts is in their country. I was very excited for that. And then I think it would have been the 3rd and final day, we would get to go to an amusement park somewhere in Orlando. We never found out which one, but we would get to spend the day there with our girls from Chad, and I was really, really excited for that.
Thank you, Kylie. Give me a sec. I'm trying to pull up the what was it? The Girl Scout convention calendar, that little strip thing.
Which is turn?
No, there's something.
Stop.
Okay, I can't seem to find it now, but so like Kylie, 2 girls. So I was picked for the national roundtable. So 2 girls from every state, they were chosen to go to represent their state in national roundtable. I was one of the girls chosen for that, and along with another girl, I forgot who they were. I never got really in touch with them. But
Kayla, it was 4 girls and 2 adults that were chosen for our state.
Oh.
Every state is very different. It depends.
Oh,
So
okay.
we had 4 girls.
Oh, okay.
You were paired. You were paired with somebody to go with, though.
Okay, then thank you for that, Mom. So basically we were supposed to go to we were sorry, around October, at the end of October, second week before the end, we were supposed to travel to Florida, Orlando, Florida, and at the beginning of the week we would start having meetings throughout the whole I think like the meetings would last the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm kind of fuzzy on it because it's been a while since I looked up about it. And then we would talk about, move your microwave. Oh, sorry about that, Mom. Sorry about that. We would talk about we would talk about like some issues that are rising throughout the councils. I also presumed we would be talking a little bit about probably like the new cookie coming out for ABC Bakery. And then yeah, that's basically what National Roundtable would do. Oh, voting for national? Oh. Yeah, sorry, my mom knows a little bit more about this than voting for national policies. My mom knows a little bit more about it because she got a little bit more information than I did. So, apologies. But yeah, so it was gonna be really cool to be with other girls and to be in basically a huge gathering of girls all around the country and even possibly internationally. But even though it is going virtual this year, I'm still very excited for it, and I hope some of you might be attending it virtually. So, everybody can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the next question?
So next question. Okay, so next question. What is your favorite Girl Scout tradition and why? So I'm gonna go up first. My favorite Girl Scout tradition is building fires. I love building fires, just the work into it. Building the fire, trying to keep it going, the excitement in it. So great. So exciting. I love it. Sorry if I'm loud. But yeah, I love building fires, and along with building fires is your troop bridging to ambassadors. We'll answer that at the end. So, along with building fires, I also love making s'mores. It is delicious, very delicious. So next up, Lana, what is your favorite Girl Scout tradition and why?
I love going to campfires and singing Girl Scout songs. That is one of my favorites. There's so many new ones you can learn from people at new campsites, and I just love having that connection with everybody else, knowing the Girl Scout songs and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Lana. Next up, we have Trisha. Favorite Girl Scout tradition and why?
My favorite Girl Scout tradition is probably involved with I really like cooking outdoors. Sorry. I think it's really cool. Camp food's really fun to make. I love cooking over fires. So I guess that would be my main one, as well as like building stuff. Recently not super recently, a couple of years ago, our troop learned lashing, and we made a lot of really cool stuff. or we learned how to make a lot of really cool stuff. And I think that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, one of the stuff was the teepee, what Kylie called the sacrificial teepee.
I think I would remember if I called it a sacrificial teepee.
You said that. You said
I
that.
don't remember that.
That was Sandra.
Was it Sandra? I remember it being
That was
Kylie.
Sandra.
I remember it being
See?
No, that was Sandra.
Oh, was it?
Yes, not Kylie.
Oh,
Wow. You
I'm
know,
sorry.
I mean, I'm
Moving
pretty sure
on.
we went along with it. So
That has
Moving
this
on,
little
it's actually
personality.
Kylie's turn to be talking about her favorite Girl Scout tradition. So, Kylie, take it away.
My favorite Girl Scout tradition is swaps. I feel like they're not as big of a part of Girl Scouts currently, but I hope they do become more relevant because I love them. If you're not familiar, swaps are some whatchamacallit affectionately pinned somewhere is the like word for word of the abbreviation. And swaps are kind of what it's called. They're little like themed pins or crafts that you make and you hand out and you swap with people when you go to camps or when you do different traveling, like doing destinations, or if you go to conventions. Like when we went to Savannah, one of the things that we did was lots of different troops had swaps to either represent their area or to represent their troop, and so you would pass them out and swap with different people, and it's always really fun. And I don't have mine with me right now, but I have a whole case of swaps in bags, and I have like 4 or 5 bags just completely filled with swaps from Savannah, as well as from I went to the 100th anniversary in Washington, D.C. when I was just super little, so I have swaps from that as well.
Okay, thank you, Kylie. I'm sorry if my green screen is kind of starting to blur over my glasses. It's starting to turn dark here. And my face is starting to blend in with the blue background. So sorry
your
about
eyes
that.
vanished for a while.
Sorry about that. I'll fix that. I'll fix that in a bit. Okay, so a big question, and one that a lot of people will find very interesting. Who has started thinking about working on their Gold Award project? Tell us about it. Trisha, you're up first.
Okay, the thing that I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it, but the stuff that I really want to do is be able to change a couple of things within our school system. The main things that I would like to change is, at least here in Nebraska, language learning is not available at a super young age. A lot, like in other countries, there'll be options to take a foreign language when, like in some places, 3rd year, so 3rd grade. And I feel like that would be beneficial to a lot of the people in the U.S. because in the U.S. there are a lot of people coming in that might not speak English yet. They're like from all over the world. So being able to offer a second language at a younger age, I feel like would be very beneficial to just everyone in the United States, like as a whole. I would like to fix the learning curriculum with health, specifically middle school health, because there's a lot of stuff that they cover the very, very basics, but they don't go like in depth to a lot of stuff that they probably should, especially with like a lot of parents don't tell their children a lot of stuff until they are taught it in school. And I feel like people should be able to learn about their changing bodies more in depth than just the way that they teach it now. So for my gold award, I'd like to shoot to try to fix some of the stuff within our school system here. Or at least try to.
Awesome. Awesome. Just awesome. Okay, next up is you, Kylie.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Hooray.
So for me, I for my project have pretty much planned out the idea that I want. I just have to contact the people that I need to and get it approved. So in Lincoln, Nebraska, although it is the capital of our state, we don't have any handicap accessible playgrounds available in our city. And so as my gold award, I wanted to build one.
You cut off. Yeah, she cut off.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my device died. So for my gold award, I'm going to be trying to build a playground in Lincoln. I want to try to make it sort of centralized. Just last year, I had surgery on my knee, and even though it was temporary, I went through a lot of struggles that I didn't realize that I would go through, being unable to get around like I normally had before. And so I felt that if it were something that I would have to live with for the rest of my life, that I felt that it was unfair to those who do have to live with it for the rest of their life, that they don't have some sort of like way to like enjoy it like a normal kid. And so one of the things that I would like to do is build a handicap swing, because we have one at one of the hospitals in the area, but you can only use it if you are an admitted patient at the hospital. If you're a handicapped individual, you can't just come in and use the swing or even pay to use the swing. And so I'd like to incorporate something like that in my playground.
Nicely done. Nicely done, Kylie. Thank you very much. Next up, Talia.
Okay, mine it would be like a sensory room or a library, and yeah. So like I would build like a sensory room inside a library. I have been reaching out to libraries to see if I could do that. I haven't got any response yet for it. But if people like need to go calm down, like anxiety like, it would be worth going to like the sensory room and reading whatever they have. And then going there so they don't disturb the other people at the library if they need to. Another thing is, I would think that I would put coloring books, I would put fidget toys in there, I would put benches, other stuff like chairs, funny chairs, like funny types of chairs, and like swivel chairs so they can go relax or read something or do any crafts or something like that.
Okay, thank you, Talia. Next up, we have Lana.
Cool. So for what I want to do for my gold award is I want to what's the word? Oh yeah, I want to raise more awareness about mental health and mental illness disorders in school. They mention it in school a little bit, but they don't really go in as deep as I think they should about mental illnesses. So I would like to raise that up more.
Okay, thank you, Lana. Thank you very much. Okay, finally, it is me. Sorry. So, my gold award is a branch off of Troop 20811's silver award. So, sorry. So, for our silver award, me and my troop, we made this program called the Recycle program. And my bronze award too. So first my bronze, then my silver, then it'll go to gold. So for my bronze award, my old junior troop, we made a we made a little free library in the small town of Roca, which is in Nebraska, and it's not that. And it's about 30 minutes from Lincoln. So we made a little free library because this small town did not have any like public library or anything like that. So that helped the town a lot. With with the Silver Award project, it was a branch off of that project, where with the Silver Award, the Recycle project, we collected gently loved books. So books that nobody would use anymore, and were just sitting in a shelf or in a closet collecting dust. So when we collect, we use many like book drives and mainly book drives, and got it from friends and family. We did this thing for a summer program where we collected books from kids in exchange for a gift card to a bookstore, and then and then we took all those gently used books and we donated them to our local recreation center. And then any leftover books, we put them and fill them into all the little free libraries, or as many as we can, in the city of Lincoln. So that was a whole entire day of just putting books into little free libraries, as many books as we can. So for my gold award, I want to branch off of that, and I want to have not only just a day of putting books into little free libraries, I want to have a recycle book fair. So in the recycle book fair, what it will be a book fair where people will be able to come in and they'll be able to pick a free book. So they'll just come in and pick a free book. If they want, they can read it there and they can take it home. And for little free library owners, they can come in and they can exchange books. So they can bring books that haven't been going out of their little free libraries, and then they would collect books from the recycle book fair, and then bring it back to their little free library to fill it with. And I would like to do this across the city of Lincoln, and bring awareness of kids who don't have that opportunity to have literature in their lives, not having a chance to own their own book. Wouldn't that feel like heartbreaking if you couldn't own a book in your life? I know it will feel bad with me. So yeah, that's what I would like to do for my gold award. Yeah. So we've come to the end of our gold award, to the end of our listed questions. Next will be a Q&A. So if you have any off-topic or any questions that you wanted to ask during the listed questions, go ahead and ask. Just start putting them into the chat box.
One of the questions I wanted to answer earlier was girls were asking about the scholarships that a couple of our girls received. Those are actually, you apply through your council, and they have different scholarships for different things. So destinations have a scholarship. Council-sponsored trips have a scholarship. Check with your council and find out what scholarships are available in your area. Sometimes there's even scholarships that come directly from GSUSA funds, but your council will know what options they have in your area.
Thank you very much, Katrina, for answering that question. I hope that answered a lot of questions from everybody in the chat. Okay, so I got another question here. What's the so what journey? So I'll answer this real quick, and then the next question will be somebody else. So the so what journey is a senior journey is one of the senior journeys of 3. So basically the so what journey revolves around agriculture. Everything plants, everything plant life, basically. So we were able to get most of that done through a online Facebook Live program, and they were talking about like your agricultural footprint, why is it better to grow some of your food from home instead of getting it from a store, what kind of plants are better than others, and basically that's what it is. Here's a good question. How do you balance your social life, if one, sports, boyfriend or girlfriend, if one, and Girl Scouts at the same time?
I think Trisha could answer this one.
Yeah, Trisha,
And
go ahead,
Kylie.
answer this one.
So this last year, the thing that I prioritized the most was school and theater over Girl Scouts this last year. So us that are currently answering questions on the panel, except for Talia, we're all currently fresh. Well, we're freshmen yesterday, no longer freshmen, because yesterday was the last day of school for us. So we were freshmen this last year, and so my main athletic thing is theater. And we do call it, it is a sport, and if someone says otherwise, we will fight you. But the way that I personally balanced it is to plan ahead is a big thing, and always have a little bit of wiggle room, or try to have a little bit of wiggle room just in case if something unexpected comes up. Communication, big thing. A big thing with communication, to make sure that if you're not going to be at a meeting, your troop knows, or if you're going to be late, or if you're going to be tired or something, because in theater, so school days for me this last semester before quarantine started at before 7 a.m. and ended at 10 p.m. So I was at school every day for around 13 hours. So it was a lot, but always make sure that you have at least a little bit of wiggle room, and communicate with your troop as much as possible. And that's my recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Trisha. That was very inspiring, very informative too. Okay, so next up we have another question.
I think we should answer Troop 5726's question about.
Oh yes. There has been a lot of flack over girls in BSA. What do you think about girls and being in both? So me and Kylie can answer that question because we're both in BSA and Girl Scouts. So Kylie, you can go first.
Yeah. So both Michaela and I joined last year, so it's pretty much been almost an entire year since we have joined. I think it's nice to be in both because there is a bit of like a controversy over being in about girls being in BSA and how to feel about it. But as a Girl Scout going into BSA, I think there are a lot of advantages, as well as like how you can inform people in BSA about like how you do things in Girl Scouts, as well as a lot of things you can take from BSA to help to incorporate into your Girl Scout lives. Like a big thing that I enjoy about BSA is the outdoors aspect. There's a lot of camping, and you do it annually. And since joining BSA, I feel like we've done that a bit more in Girl Scouts, or we've tried to do more outdoors activities as far as like hiking or even camping. And I think it's really nice because you get to see both sides and you get to experience both.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you very much, Kylie. And also with me, I love experience being both. And for those who think Girl Scouts is better than Boy Scouts or Boy Scouts is better than Girl Scouts, I don't think that way. I think both of them give equal opportunities. One has this type of thing that I like to do, but another does have another thing that I really like to do. So I just see it as if I'm in both, I have a even better opportunity of becoming a much better person than I am now. Okay, so next question, how often does your troop meet and for how long? Katrina or Rose or my mom, would you like to answer this question?
Yeah, sure, I'll answer that one. So the girls initially decided, and mind you, these girls don't all go to the same school. They go, we have them all, they're all from different schools. Michaela is homeschooled, so they all have different types of schedules. They all do different things. And because they wanted to be involved a certain way in Girl Scouts, they all chose to meet weekly. But it's not required for them to meet weekly because we do understand, for example, Trisha has her theater arts. Lana and Kylie are in band or in flag. So there's girls that have other extracurricular activities, and like our focus is we just want them to stay involved. So because we said we'll meet weekly, and the days that they can't meet, they just shoot us a text or, hey, I'm not meeting. We even said sometimes they need a mental break. So everyone needs a mental break. If you don't want to show up, that's fine. We have our Facebook posts that they constantly kind of just communicate through there, text message. And by doing that, that is what's kept us involved greatly. We have a lot of supportive parents. Each parent pretty much is also on the Facebook page. So this way everybody knows what's going on. By meeting weekly, that's where we were able to fundraise very quickly. So we didn't decide to go to Savannah till February of 2019, and we went in July. So as everyone knows, you need quite a bit of money to go to Savannah. These girls, because they met weekly, every single week they had a job. They each separated those jobs, the budgeting, the travel time, the reservations, everything. And they each did something. So this way, every week we accomplished it. That's why we were able to go so quickly from February to July. And they raised all that money for all of us to go, where just the three parents had to just pretty much pay our own way. But they paid themselves the entire trip to go and stay in a week-long Airbnb house that fit all of us.
Gorgeous, by the way.
Yes, they paid for all their meals, the gas to get there and back, to pay for all the souvenirs, patches, a visit to Tybee Island, the program to go to see Julia Gordon-Lowe's birthplace, Savannah Quest, pretty much all of that. They covered it within February to June through all their fundraisers. So because they chose to meet this way, that's the reason why. So it all depends on how Scouts want to be involved and what they want to get out of it. We did, there are girls who chose not to, and we understand that. And we don't make them an obligation to do that. We let the parents know this is what it is, straight up. And we tell them exactly what is needed. And because of that, it was very minimal out of pocket that the girls had to provide for their own personal, like if they wanted personal souvenirs, that's where they had to come up. But it was very, very minimal. So, but yeah, we meet weekly, every single week. And these girls are amazing because through all of their commitments in school, every single one of these girls are doing well in school, you know, and mind you, there's days where they don't want to turn in homework. We know that. There's days they don't want to show up and they still show up, you know, and they have fun. And the great thing is they have fun. You know, in the end, we want to have as much fun as they do. And they're the ones that pretty much, as you can see, they lead. We're just here to try and kind of just be a support. That's all we are. So I hope that helps kind of answer that question.
Thank you very much. That was, oh my God, that was really good. That was really good. That was really good. So, we can answer, we can answer maybe 5, 6, maybe 7 more questions. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 more questions, I say. Maybe a little more, I don't know. So, give me a sec, I saw one good one. Have you all been in a troop from the start? So, technically, so me, Michaela, Kylie, and Lana, we have all been in the troop, in troop 20811 from the start. We were,
No.
we,
They mean the start like from Daisies, and you weren't.
No, no.
Then no. From the start,
so each of us have been in a few different troops. I'm not originally from Nebraska, so I started in a troop in Virginia. Michaela's not from Nebraska either.
I'm from California, Los Angeles, so I used to be in an independent group. And basically, when we all got here, for those of us who came here, or for those of us who lived here, we still didn't meet everybody until our cadet years. So I used to be in a different junior troop. So was Kylie and Lana and everybody else. Everybody used to be in a different troop. But when our cadet years came, me, Lana, and Kylie, we all met with each other through joining all the same troop.
Yeah.
And then soon we did meet Trisha and her friend Sandra, who is part of our troop, but she's not here at this moment. And then soon enough, at our last cadet year, we had Talia added to our troop.
And then we also we've just got a new girl that joined our troop, Taya, and she's a cadet.
Yes. So we've been a small troop from the start, from when we all joined together, but we all enjoy each other's company, and it's really great. It's really great to be with all the girls I'm with. Okay,
there's a question here that says, where was it? What are you looking forward to most in Girl Scouts? So Georgia Smith would like that answered. So can each of you take that and just kind of respond to it? And Lana, what are you looking forward to most in Girl Scouts?
Lana, I know you haven't been talking so much, so go ahead and you go first.
Like I kind of said, I am super excited to go for my Gold Award project. I'm a quiet person, but I really want to make an impact in something that I'm passionate about. But not only that, I love being able to hang out with my troop and do fun things with them. And it always makes me feel happy when I'm with them. So that's what I like about it.
Thank you very much, Lana. Thank you very much. Next up, we'll have Talia. Talia, go ahead and answer that question.
Mine was, I can't remember. It's all in my head somewhere.
What are you looking forward to most in Girl Scouts, Talia? What are you looking forward? This is your last year, right?
I know. I'm looking forward to getting my gold award and getting all my badges and getting them all on my vest and showing people all my badges that I've worked on.
Yep, all your hard work. You're amazing. You know that.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Talia. Thanks, Talia. You're real. That was real good. Next up, we'll have Kylie. Kylie, go ahead.
Okay. So for about the last 5 years, I've been saving up my cookie dough, which is kind of like money that you can use within Girl Scouts. Sorry, I'm not sure if they have it at like different councils and stuff, but I've been saving that up and transferring it into travel bucks. And I'm going to be trying to pay off for a trip to Switzerland through Girl Scouts, because I really want to go to our chalet, which is a Girl Scout house in Switzerland. So that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Thanks, Kylie. Trisha, would you like to go next?
Sure. I guess, should I share little things or big things? Well, little things that I always look forward to is just seeing everyone. It's really nice to, I guess, know that there are people who will accept you for who you are. So that's nice. I really like when we go on trips with each other. It's really fun. We get to learn more about each other. A big thing that I'm looking forward to, I hope I'll be able to do it, is for my gold award. I'm not sure how big of a change I'll be able to make, but I really want people to be more informed about themselves and the world, and I feel like a lot of people just aren't. A lot of people either ignore it or aren't taught it. So I really hope that I can help make a difference that way. So I really look forward to trying to implement the stuff that I'm going to do for my gold award. So that's what I've got.
Thanks a lot, Trisha. What I'm looking forward to in my coming Girl Scout years is, of course, looking forward to getting my gold. But other than that, I just look forward to having more memories with my good friends, Lana, Trisha, Talia, and Kylie. I all think of them as sisters, and I just love my sister Girl Scouts so much. So that's what I look forward to.
We're sisters.
Yeah, technically me and Kylie, for how many?
Okay, whoa, not technically. Not technically.
Technically, we are.
We confirmed that you two are related, right?
We're totally related.
Because we totally look related.
We totally look related.
We are Girl Scout related.
With Kylie, since she comes over a lot, and this is pretty much all the girls. This is pretty much their second home.
I've adopted their cat. It's basically.
My mom is their second mom, and I'm their sister. So basically, they're hard adopted into the family. That's what I have to say.
One of my favorite things.
So that's what I look forward to, having more memories with my sister Girl Scouts. Another question. Another question that I saw. Give me a sec. I saw it.
I think that was the last question. I don't see any other questions. And I know the girls have had a great time, getting this all ready, and hopefully all of you had a good time hearing about it. If you're ever interested, you can always message myself or my co-leader, Katrina, You know, if you want any information regarding Savannah or the trip to Japan, which Kylie did with our honor guard troop. And just a quick note on that, Michaela and Kylie are both part of our state honor guard troop. And that's something that is an extra group of girls from the entire state that meet on a monthly basis to train with a officer from the Air Force base, a retired officer, and they train to do ceremonies for the Girl Scouts and for within the state. They also travel to do ceremony.
Not just within the state. Like my mom said, we travel outside the state. So we in 2018, if I'm correct, 2018.
Yes. So
yes,
so that's just a little bit of things that they did. So if you're ever interested in finding out more, I know they'd be happy to talk to anyone. And we're very thankful for this opportunity to share their experiences. Lana, who traveled to space camp in Alabama with a destination.
Talia, who traveled to Europe.
Talia, who traveled to Europe with a destination. These are all girls who pretty much have ambition to travel. And I know as you get older, you want to do bigger things. There's so many great opportunities with Girl Scouts. And I hope all of you stay involved in some way, because it's a great way to meet other girls, a great way to learn new things. And the greatest thing, Miss Katrina is a Gold Award recipient, and she still is, so that's something that carries you through life. So I don't know, Katrina, if you want to kind of mention that.
So like Rosalie was saying, you know, that Gold Award, when you graduate high school and you graduate college, it's something that goes on your resume under your awards, because people realize how much hard work went into that. And a lot of times you may not have all the skills that they are looking for in a job, in a candidate, but they see that and they know that you're going to work hard to learn and to develop your skills to be able to do the job well. The Girl Scout Gold Award program has changed over the years, but we're encouraging all of our girls to try and attempt it. All change is good. Big change, little change. It's all a way that they can impact their communities.
Thanks, Katrina. So if there are no more questions, just to make sure there are no more questions, correct?
Nope, I think so. And I think
wait, we have one more. We got one more.
Oh, what did you do for your silver award?
So, what me and my troop did, we made this program, this small program called Recycle. Yeah, Recycle. So it's kind of play on word, read and recycle. It's awesome. So basically, we would take old, gently loved books, and we would donate them. We donated them to our local recreation center, and then for the leftover books we have, we started putting them into different little free libraries across Lincoln. So and then we still have some books left over, and we're going to continuously start putting them into different little free libraries. And yeah, and the main reason for this recycle, with the recycle, when we were putting the books into the little free libraries, one of the things that we heard of, people would take books from little free libraries and they would sell them. They would sell them online. So we made this sticker that's, as it says, this book has been donated to Recycle, a Girl Scout Silver Award project created by Troop 20811, Lincoln, Nebraska. Recycle this book to someone you know or to any little free library when you are ready for a new adventure. And in big red letters, it says, this book is not for sale. So nobody can, if somebody were to rip it off or anything, it would leave that imprint so people will know that our sticker was there, and it is not for sale. So, and the main reason for our Silver Award project was to bring awareness of the lack in literacy in some children's lives. So yeah, I believe that was a good explanation, right?
Yeah. So this project was brought on because Michaela's previous junior troop did a Little Free Library for their Bronze Award. And because Michaela is an avid reader and so is her troop, they found out that a lot of people have old books and just sitting in shelves and they didn't know what to do with them. So with the whole Little Free Library explosion, we have a huge community of Little Free Libraries in Lincoln and surrounding neighborhoods. And so what they found out that there was a disconnect from a lot of the books not getting to the Little Free Libraries. And during the summer, there's kids that don't drive and they have to wait to go to the library. So this way there's a little library in their community that they could take a book, they could share a book, and they could pass it around. But what caught attention to the city of Lincoln was that the books were being taken and then sold to online. So someone was doing something really bad with something that was really good. So the girls decided, you know what, we need to stop this. We need to find a way to try to prevent this. And they made this sticker that went on the inside cover of the book. So it prevented for a lot of people from stealing it. And then it brought attention to the city of Lincoln and found out, hey, these girls want these books, let's donate it to them. And what started off with just a couple hundred books went to thousands of books that my entire garage was filled with books from all over. People just
It was
giving
crazy.
us books. And that's where it kind of exploded. And it's still going on where people donate books because they know that during the summertime, that is the highest point of, that's what they call the sliding curve, where kids don't have access to books and they kind of regress in their literacy. So it has been very impactful, and Michaela has chosen to move forward with it and try to make it into a nonprofit with the Little Free Libraries in Lincoln.
Yeah. I really love, like my mom said, I really love books. As I showed, I have some of my books in my room.
I'm going to just answer just a few of these questions before we head out. We only have a few more minutes left. How often does our troop go camping? We try to go camping as often as possible. Not everyone likes going camping, and we understand that. So we try to make it as best as possible for everyone, to make it as, you know, because not everybody likes to be outdoors, and that's okay. We know that, and we kind of just, you know, we don't force anything upon anybody. So when we go camping, we make sure all the girls decide when they want to go camping. So it's not something that they do monthly or anything. That's one reason why Michaela and Kylie have chosen to go into Scouts, because in Scouts, they go camping monthly. So that's one difference with our troop. And everyone's troop is different. You make it how you want it.
Yeah. I think one other one was like, what was it? What was it? I saw it. How often does your troop go on all trips together?
As you can tell, no. Kylie went to Japan with Miss Katrina, and that was through Honor Guard. Talia went to a destination with other girls from the council and from other councils. And Lana went to a destination to Alabama. So we support all the girls and their ambitions on where they want to go. If it just happens that all the girls unanimously want to go to a place, then they'll work together to go to that place. But it's not something that we force or push it on anybody. It just depends. We try to be as supportive as possible. I hope that answers that question.
Okay, and I think this will be the last question for tonight. Are you guys nervous? Give me a sec. Are you guys nervous about your gold award? Oh,
Yes.
What are your camp names? What are your camp? I think we stand off with this one. What are your camp names?
Well,
So-
we made elf names.
So
Was it the same?
So I think everybody has a camp name. I know Trisha, do you have one? I know
We have elf names. I think that's the same thing. Mine was Honey the Elf.
yeah,
when we did the WoW journey.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Is that,
think that
would that be considered the same thing or no?
So
No.
Because I've never been a camp counselor.
I think their question is more camp counselor. So none of us currently are eligible CIT, none of us currently are CITs or counselors. But we did hold a WoW journey for the brownies in our area, and we did pick names for that.
yeah.
Yours was Pidge.
Yeah, mine was Red Panda because I love red pandas. And then I know Lana, like she says, was Newt. And then people are starting to list theirs.
Mine was Honey.
All I know is that if I were
like
all I
Winnie the
know
Pooh
is
Honey.
Skittles. Wait, Michaela, isn't one of your brothers? Wasn't their camp name Skittles?
no, one of their camp name was Sprinkles.
Sprinkles. Oh, my apologies.
Sprinkles.
Okay. All I know is that if
I think a parent may have asked, does their parent go with the girl on the destination trip? Donna, for that one, it depends on the council destinations. They already have adult scouts, like adult council members who are going to the destination. If they go independently, like for example, Katrina and Kylie, they went with our honor guard troop. That was open to everyone. It wasn't a council provided trip. It was more of our honor guard choosing to go there. So they opened that opportunity to parents and to scouts, and that's why they went. Well, for like the destination trips that Talia and Lana went to, those were already designated council members that went on those trips. So
Actually, with destinations, those are programs that the girls apply to and they're interviewed, and there usually is no representative from council. There's a representative from the host council, but the girls travel independently on their own to a program where there will be other Girl Scouts. But it's definitely set up for a girl who's more comfortable being on her own for that travel and program. There's ones all over the world, from places such as Greece to the one that Lana went to in Alabama. There's programs in Colorado, California,
Costa Rica,
all over. When you guys turn, I believe it is 13, is when the youngest you can be when you apply for a destination. You read what you're interested in, and there's usually quite a few. You apply for it, you have to write an essay, and there's several long question answers that you have to write as well. Girls are then usually interviewed a couple of times before they're picked. Lana, did they interview you?
I know with the scholarships I got, they made me do an after camp interview kind of thing, and I had to write about what I did and send some pictures of what I did as well. So that's what they made me do for the scholarship. So yeah.
So this is the website that you would go to. It would be under Girl Scouts USA, and it's destinations. You can select based on age group. If you want domestic, international, if you want to do life skills, it's all over the world, doing all different types of things. If you want to do something where, and this is the Space Academy that Lana went to. If you want to do a sea turtle retreat, if you want to do cross country, backpacking, horseback riding, if you want to do something in Andorra, it's all here. This is something you definitely want to sit with your parents and maybe your scout leader and let them know if this is an experience you want to be a part of. And it gives you kind of the steps that you will need to do. It's a great opportunity for those girls who are looking for something different, and maybe not just with their troop, but maybe as an individual.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that, you guys. So enough questions. This has gotten really long.
Yes, and we want to be able to end, and so we'll just do our virtual friendship circle, if everybody knows how to do that.
We can do the song with the friendship circle.
Yeah.
Okay, so now since we can't hold any hands, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cross our arms like this. So cross our arms like this, left over right, I think it is. Or it's like right over left. I think it's right over left. Yeah, right over left. And then Trisha, would you like to start us off in the Make New Friends song?
Sure.
Okay, so 3.
Are we doing it as a round or?
No, just normal.
Okay.
Just normal. So 3, 2, 1.
Make new friends, but keep the old one.
Circle is round. That's how long I want to be your friend.
Okay, that was jagged, but it was good. So I hope you guys all had a good time and have a good senior years. Have your senior years good. That's all I have to say.
Thank you guys for coming so much.
Nug.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.